website analysis, you identify the different USPs of your site that will help you in what? That will help you in ad copy writing. Because in an ad copy you are not going to put a generalized statement. You got to be more specific, and it will be much better if you can add those USPs or those unique selling propositions of a site that keeps you unique than to your competitors. For example, what do I mention in my ad copy? I say live projects, maximum practical, one-to-one attention, Google certified trainer, Google certification course. Then these are all the USPs that I try to add in my ad copy. Instead of saying, okay, if I'm not saying all those things and then I just say in an ad copy, come and join my digital marketing course, boss. There are so many others also saying the same thing, but what keeps your ad copy different to someone else is all these USPs that you got to highlight. That is very important. Okay, and so that is something. And let's say, what are the different USPs for Flipkart? What all things you can, or a Flipkart expert would be adding in their ad copy to make it much more specific and appealing so that the customer would click on it?
Online shopping.
Sorry?
Online shopping.
No, online shopping is a very generalized statement which everyone else will be telling. They can say
big discounts.
big discount, or if they are offering a 10% discount on all the products, you can say 10% discounts on all products.
Yes.
One, free shipping.
Free shipping.
Many people might not be giving the free shipping.
COD.
Okay. Sorry?
COD.
Cash on delivery, I think most of the top e-commerce sites are offering that one. You can still put that one because sometimes it's very important for letting the customer know about it. That is the thing. You can also tell something like, yes, you can say that, but I would say 30 days money back guarantee and all. So you should know what are those points which makes them very different than to the competitors.
Same day delivery.
Yes, you can say that one also. So these are the different points. So what I mean to say here is, whenever you get a client, okay, after getting all this clarity, it's important that while you're doing the website analysis, take up a document file and around each of the point, note down the points, because you got to use it when you start working practically on the PPC accounts. So again, you don't have to come back and rethink or rework on the same points again and again. No, maintain a sheet for it. Have separate sheet for the introduction of the PPC project, then on the implementation part, your checklist that you got to follow while you are working on the PPC part, then the campaign optimization techniques, campaign management checklist, everything you should have a proper channel for it. I think most of the agencies have all those things in place. Yeah, and the last one is, yes, you by doing website analysis, you again get to know the different call to action that you need to again target within your ad copy. After saying everything, don't you see like people would be saying book now, enroll now, register now, or buy now, shop now. So after saying everything, they want you to take a sort of action. Even though we know we got to take this action, but still they try to emphasize that. That's very important. That's very important. And if you don't know what sort of call to actions different industry would use, just take the base keywords, put it onto Google, and just refer the PPC ad copies. You will get to know what different types of call to action they are using it.
This one the last point.
The last point is, now for example, let's say I try to write an ad copy in order to get the customer.
Correct.
So after emphasizing all my USPs, in the end of the ad copy, I will always try to add a call to actions.
Sure.
I would say enroll now, register now, or let's say contact online or inquire online. But the question is like this: if I tell you, you got to know 4 call to actions. Might be something else could also be there which could be quite appealing for the customer.
But how is this appealing? Is this appealing?
Appealing in the sense you are saying like you're just trying to put a different sort of call to action which is sometimes not regular to many of the companies they use it. So for example, hurry, limited period offer. That is also a sort of call to action. You're trying to create an urgency for it. But you didn't get this idea in your mind. The moment you put your business keyword, you saw one of your competitor using this particular statement or call to action. So you got an idea. and you try to use it.
Sure, I'm saying hurry book now is a good offer because you might be having an offer which is for a limited period of time.
Limited. So you say limited time offers. Say.
Right.
Or this, okay, buy before 31st of January 2016.
Sure.
So, but whether we can use this type of call to actions or not, that idea sometimes you will get it when you go and search it on Google and refer many other ad copies.
Okay, my sense was, Arvind, that instead of using those two keywords, let's say book now or let's say hurry now,
Yes.
I can use that space for making my ad copy more relevant, right?
That is also correct, but somewhere you have to also emphasize on the call to action because many people would like to see that. When people would like to feel that thing,
Sure.
because that is when they will have the tendency to contact you. Otherwise, sometimes they don't do it.
So is it something you have to also come to an end of that conversation?
Some people use it in the starting of the ad copy itself. They say book now
And
for
then they
PPC
start.
code, and then they define the USPs of the site that also. So it's like how you want to attract your customer, and it could also be a sort of A by B testing.
Exactly.
It could also be a sort of testing that I want to see if I use the call to action at the last and then again in the beginning, how do people react to it? That is also there. That is also there. Okay. So the same thing what you do for your own website in order to start properly with your campaign structuring or let's say PPC project, the same thing you also have to do for your competitor list. Why? Because okay, it's very important to understand that we all want to be one step ahead of our competitors. Yes, and what you think is doing the best may not be the best. Your competitors might be doing something different, or might be you not have thought of that idea, but they have already started implementing it. But you felt that is also relevant, and you start including it to your product or services. But to get that idea, you really have to do a competitor analysis. You have to do a competitor analysis. And also many of the other keyword ideas which you never thought of, you will also get those ideas from your competitor sites. One. You will also get to know some of the other USP that you had in your mind but you never executed on your site, but they have already implemented on the site.
Yeah, I remember you told that top 3 competitors you can take and do all the
Yes,
analysis.
yes. But yes, very good question, Ivan. Okay, how do I select who are my competitors? That is also a big question mark for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes for you it's very clear. You will say Magic Brick, 99 acres, and let's say what is that? Housing loan, property. What is that? India property is also there. So there are certain industry where we know who are the top leaders, and we always jump into their side to know more about it. But there are also certain industries where we are not very clear with the competitors, and that is the reason why when we start with the given process, we ask the client, can you actually define from your end? Or else if they are not able to define because they are not very much what is that? Very comfortable, flexible with the digital marketing, but they still want to implement digital marketing. You as an expert have to figure out the competitors. And how you do that? You take your business keyword, put it onto Google or Yahoo or Bing. See not the PPC results. You can also see the PPC result, I'm not denying, but it will be good to more relate with the SEO first, second, and third, because if someone is able to come up on this base keyword in the first, second, and third results of SEO, then they have surely done something great.
Yes.
And that idea you can take it up. Second thing is you can also check your PPC, because if someone is really pushing hard themselves on the PPC section, that can also be a component for which, because you will be more projecting yourself on the PPC results. So you should know how to play with this theme, even though they are very new or simple or very early to come up onto these results, but still you got to know how they are doing it or what is that they specifically doing it. And one more thing, very important. Many of the users, when they plan to do PPC, they sometimes don't use the home page or a website as a part of the landing page. They create a separate landing page URL, and that they make it specific to the PPC object, and then they push that representing the client's website.
I agree with this one.
The